Apparently, Snoop Dogg had a game that he was going to come out that did not make it past the trials. And this game was called Fear. Like, I'm almost messing up the title because I feel feared, okay? Fear and Respect. I almost messed up that title. I can't believe I messed up what was about to be a legendary game. Check this out, man. Can we look at this? What happened to this? What happened to this? Let's look at this gameplay. This is my first time ever seeing this gameplay. My first time ever hearing about this game. I did not know this game existed.
Damn, can't you listen to something new in this motherfucker once in a while?
Say, homeboy, straight up. You wanted to hear something?
Oh my god, dude. I would have loved to be able... Can you imagine of this game being out right now? What a gem of a game that did not make it. Oh, how? What happened? This didn't make it. What happened? Why didn't this make it? We got to see why this didn't make it. I seen an interview. There's an interview that I found, man. I found some videos, man. An interview with Scott Lane. Okay, let's check out why this didn't make it. What happened? Okay, let's fast forward this. What happened?
Midway Home Entertainment. I'm working on Fear and Respect. Fear and Respect is a game that takes place in urban LA. The whole idea of the game is to give you a day in the life of someone who grew up there.
Dude, look at the way how they're holding the freaking... I wonder if, and you know, I don't know if they are able to do that or, you know, but I wonder if on GTA 6, if they did take some notes, because the game didn't make it, obviously, if they were able to take the way how people use the weapons in the game. I think that would be so cool if you could change the way how you use a gun when and it's different ways when you're running, when you're ducking, when you're laying down, which we don't know if they do have that on there. But when you're, you know, sprinting, you want to shoot around a corner, how you take cover. Because there'll be sometimes, man, on Grand Theft Auto, let's be like, there's people that will be in cover and have the most craziest aim, just pointing the gun over their cover, and I mean, they're not missing. Headshots only. Or even sometimes when driving, dude, they have the most craziest aim. Accuracy, 1,000. Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Controversy that happens on an everyday basis.
But I guess they don't really talk about what happened to the game, but
directed by John Singleton. Snoop Dogg's the main star,
what was they going on with the creation?
The game
Dude, look at that, man. It actually doesn't look bad.
With 2 strikes. What that means is one more strike and you're in for life. So Goldie, who's played by Snoop Dogg, who's the main character, gets out of jail with every intention of turning his life around, doing the right thing. Due to forces outside of his control, if his family gets in trouble, he gets kind of sucked back into the life and has to keep his family out of trouble. What's pretty cool is
I can see why I didn't make it. Was San Andreas, okay, what year was this? Hold on, can we see what year this was probably around? This was 15 years ago. So that would have been, what, around 2011? When did San Andreas come out? Because if San Andreas was coming around, I think San Andreas was coming around that year. So therefore, you look at the storyline, what he just said, the storyline is almost like CJ. CJ left out, not out of jail or prison, but he came back. And then he wanted to change everything around. And man, that's crazy.
Story, you know, it takes place in current time, but there's also flashback scenes and you play through them. So there might be a scene in the early 90s, the mid 90s, and now, and it all kind of fills the picture of the complete story.
That is tight right there. Even that right there would have changed up the whole. Look at that. they got the hidden, like, what do you want to say, safe? The hidden little pad thing. And get the, yo. Oh my goodness, man. What a time that we could have had a gem of a game. The only game that I can really think of that, involved a little bit of the open world with Snoop Dogg, what was that, True Crime? Didn't they have a True Crime of New York or something like that with Snoop Dogg playing as, was he playing as a cop? I don't know what he was playing as, but man, oh man. Look at that, dude. That looks good, man. In my opinion, this looks good. Look at the pick in his hair, yo. Look at the pick in his hair.
John Singleton has been heavily involved from the get-go. He wrote the story. He's directed the cinematics, which is a big deal to us. Cinematics in video games never quite have the movie quality, the right camera angles, the right camera movements. We feel we have all that. He's also involved in the game. John is a diehard gamer. He's on Xbox Live every night. He plays PS2 games all the time. And we value his feedback. It's really been a collaboration with John, Snoop.
Look at that, man. And, you know what, though, man? One thing about Snoop, man, he's for a guy that is in everything, it's really that anybody could be like, yeah, Snoop Dogg, don't do that. This dude, man, he does play video games, man. I think he was part of FaZe at one point, if I'm not mistaken. But but FaZe, but Snoop Dogg, man, that dude is a gamer. If he's not making music or out making probably movies or on tour or whatever the case, or doing some shows, the dude's probably gaming majority of the time. I'm looking forward to what he comes up with Death Row Games, man. I really am. If he could bring this back, oh man, that would be something. That would really be something for Snoop.
We're getting a lot of comparison to GTA and True Crime, and it's really totally.
Oh yeah, see, there it is.
It's apples and oranges. GTA is an open world game, really do anything anywhere.
Yeah.
Fear and Respect could probably be more compared to a Max Payne type of game. It's more linear. It takes you through a story.
Okay.
Again, our whole goal is to give you the feeling of a slice of life from someone who grew up in urban LA. And
that would have been tight, though, man.
Moments, the choices they have to make every single day. It's so it's much more of a story-driven game. When you're playing Fear and Respect, you can expect to see fast and ferocious fist fighting. You may have to fight 2 or 3 people at once, and it's about keeping your wits about you. The gunplay's a little slower. You have to use cover points. When you're in a real gunfight in LA, it's not run down the middle of the street and shoot people. It's smart tactical warfare.
Making games like this, it's almost really extremely hard not to come off on that GTA type style, man. Like, it's really hard not to want to make a game that's like an open world GTA to live the life of either the person, the default character that is the campaign character, or even when you create your character. It's a goated game, man, that making an open world game, that being the gangster, it's a life that a lot of us can only imagine of living. Like, we would never, like, I don't have a gangster slice of muscle, blood in my veins of being a gangster. Like, that life, man, is different. Like, some of my best friends were about that life. I don't know how I didn't get caught up in it. But actually, I know why I didn't get caught up in it, because my friends didn't allow it. My friends was like, bruh, I'm gonna keep you out of this, man. You don't want to you don't want to hang with this crowd, man. You're good at sports. Play sports, bruh. I remember, man, my best friend, we was riding bikes, right? And my pops was like, my pops really didn't, he really didn't play that crap, And we was riding bikes. My boy was like, yo, let's ride over here. Let's go a little bit farther distance. Oh, let's really get a good ride. And I'm like, all right, let's ride. We ride down. We going on one of the main streets. I get a flat tire. Christ's sake. So the tire, like the tube has just smacked. My boy, to this day, this man was like, yo, you can't get hurt all the way out here where we was at. Switch me bikes. I'll ride the bike with the flat tire. But what he did was he flipped the tube. He got it out of the tire tied it up on. I don't know how he tied it because I don't even know how the rim would have been spinning, but he did something that the wheel was still able to spin, but the tube was out of it. I don't know how he did it. Because we did go to a bike shop and they might I can't remember. That's a little bit blurry on that area, but somehow where I know he rode the bike with the flat tire, but the tire was like just running off the rim, so there was like a space on it until we got to the crib, and then we switched back. I walked it up. He was like, "What happened to the bike, Pops?" I was like, "Got a flat." He's like, "All right," and everything was cool. To this day, I don't think my Pops knew where we went to. We was out far, but yeah, man, I had some goated gangster friends, man, for real.
And you don't want to get shot. 2 or 3 bullets, you can't keep playing the game. Game over. You got to go back.
Yeah, it's pretty much over.
Oh,
they was going on a little bit of a realistic run too.
As far as combat, shooting is probably about 50% of the game. The other part is hand to hand. It's just pure fist fighting, and it's not boxing, it's not wrestling, it's street fighting. So they're not all articulate.
Look at the
fighters.
character designs, yo.
Crazy roundhouses, a lot of
you know the people with the look, let me tell you something about characters that are male characters with the beads in their hair. Let me tell you something, bro. You know that man mean business, bro. He don't care what anybody gotta say. Whatever you say to him, chances are he heard it all. And you don't want no problems with those cats, man. Like, they don't be having nothing to lose. I don't know what it is about them beads, man. But them cats don't be having nothing to lose, yo.
And fights in the city usually last maybe 30 seconds. So our goal is to
Look at that, man.
Be very quick. Get your point across.
Look at the designs, though. These designs are tight.
There are also going to be drive-bys in the game, whereas you're a passenger in the car, and you can. There's certain missions tailored to you have to figure out who you want to shoot and why. And it's all set up through the story, but you'll definitely be in a car and shooting, and it's coming out pretty cool. The title Fear and Respect has a lot of meaning in the game. Basically, as you interact with people, you'll either instill fear or respect in them.
That's real.
It doesn't sound like much, but you may treat someone good early and gain respect. 20 levels later, that could be someone who will help you if you've been good to them or hurt you.
That actually would have been tight, man, to actually see that game, man. And I ain't gonna lie, that just remind me of the movie The Bronx Tale, man, with Sonny. You know, you got fear and you got respect, but he was like, man, it's better to have people fear you. And it was deep. That was a deep movie, but yeah, man, what an interesting thing. Man, why didn't this game make it? Come on, Snoop. Come on. Can you please get fear and respect back in the creation? But we got to figure out what happened. I'm kind of curious to know what happened.
Walk around and instill fear. It's going to affect generally how people react to you throughout the game. There's also multiple endings based on how you act throughout the game. There's like the story branches into 3 unique paths.
That's tight.
One being fear, the other respect, and then there's a neutral path for the people who really don't want to pick a side. Fear and Respect will be coming out on the PS2, Xbox.
Look at that,
and
man.
PC.
See the dude with
At this point, I really
with
can't
the
talk about a
beads
whole
in his
lot
hair,
more,
man.
But we plan to show the game at E3, and we should have a lot more to talk about then.
Be something crazy in that game on why it did not make it, man. It would be a beautiful thing to see if they made it back in there. If Snoop made that with Death Row, I think that would be such a beautiful thing, man. I really am looking forward to what they have to create, man.